Hello everyone, thanks again for tuning in to my channel and video once again. So I have with me in front here the Doctor Strange from Avengers Infinity War. And before I was about to do this review video, I was thinking that I think accessories or a repose or a posing video would be more appropriate, because the Doctor Strange had many different spells or positions or postures, for that matter, during the battles with Thanos. So I think for this Doctor Strange, right, there are many different poses that can be done with it. And I think I'll just try my best to do a comprehensive review video for everyone. So as I mentioned, I think a posing video would be more appropriate given its number of poses that appeared in the movies with this character and the number of accessories it has. So a posing one will be definitely more suitable, but I guess I will do my best. So moving along, we can see the backdrop there. So I think the backdrop is nice, but provided you need to use the dynamic stand to prop it up. So for myself, I don't like to use the dynamic stand because the clip or the clamp would somehow or rather damage the figure at the waist area, or whichever area you decide to clamp the figure with the clamp. So as usual, or normally, I wouldn't use the backdrop. Now, maybe let me remove the box and the backdrop first. The accessories, as we can all see, there's quite a lot, or rather quite a few here, and it really depends on personal preference or style, how you want to use or pose the figure. So maybe just a thing to highlight here, the necklace actually comes with two versions. So of course this one with the, pardon me if my pronunciation is wrong, the Eye of, is it called the Eye of Agamotto? Yeah, I think so. So this is closed. So the one that I have placed on the figure is the one that is open up. So if you don't already know, in the movie, when the necklace opens up means the power stone, sorry, not power stone, what am I talking about, sorry, I mean the time stone is being used or utilized, its power is being utilized for Doctor Strange to manipulate time or any time spells that he seems that may seem appropriate for him to use. Now, since we are at the figure itself, I want to comment a bit about the cloak. Now, even up till now, I have difficulty putting it accurately. Sorry, maybe let me move this back a bit so that everyone can see here. So, there is a piece of magnet here, and a piece of magnet here is, I think it's a round button kind of magnet. And over here as well, but I can't seem to accurately or tightly attach the cloak to it. Somehow I have a feeling that it is a bit too short, or maybe I'm just doing it wrongly. So I'm not sure myself, so maybe just a point to note for everyone. And now I can't remember what this is called, but this accessory, right, was included, and I had to spend some time carefully placing this. There's two of them, and this over here underneath, you can see there, over here, I had to spend some time to carefully put the accessory in. If I'm not wrong, it's supposed to, I mean, I don't know what's its name, but definitely this accessory or this magician tool is used to open portals. both in Doctor Strange, the movie, and Infinity War. So of course, I always try to attach or put onto the figure whatever accessory there is, so that I also save space, not having to put the accessory at the side when I'm placing or displaying the toys in my display cabinet. So a look at the cloak there. Now I'm definitely impressed by the cloak. It's quite screen accurate or movie accurate, and the details are really there. But as I mentioned previously, it can't, or maybe I have difficulty putting the cloak tightly to the figure. Not a very good poser there, I might add. So sorry about that, everyone. Can't seem to get it in tightly. Yeah, I think I have to do it, or really do it off camera. Oh my gosh. I also don't want to really strain. Oh, there you go. I think it's more from, it just came out again. So you can see the problem here. It's not exactly going to it, pardon my inexperience there. So sorry, just now as I was turning around the dynamic stand there, so you can see there I like to just lean the figure against the stand instead of using the clamp. So that's how I usually pose my figures with a dynamic stand. So I rather have a groin grabber or hook kind of stand rather than this dynamic stands. And more points about the other figures, as more points about the other parts of the figure. So there's a lot of cloth material here and here, and I think there's some leather here, plastic and leather. So if you don't already know, leather is a kind of material or product that Hot Toys like to use to make leather, to make the plastic and leather, to add plastic to leather so that it feels more like leather, but it's actually a combination of both plastic and leather. Doesn't really last long, so it's called pleather. So usually it will crumble or it will flake. So if I'm not wrong, some elements of pleather there. Maybe to take off the cloak and look at the figure behind. So this is how the figure looks like from behind. So I really like the feel of the boots and the look of it, but it has some feeling of pleather there, so hopefully it doesn't flake. But otherwise, boots really look good. There you go. So as mentioned, these are the other accessories. So as I'm touching them, it really feels, good enough. Quality is not bad. It's made of plastic, definitely. Maybe let's take a closer look at the extra hands. So we got quite a huge set here. So of course you can see the different positions, the different spells, very screen accurate, and gives us a lot of choice. So this is the rings when Doctor Strange are using the time stone or the power of the time stone to manipulate time or any time spells. So these are other spells, if I'm not wrong, to open the portal or as a defensive shields. So the defensive shields more are over here. So as I mentioned previously in my unboxing video, three types of shields, three types of spells or magics, depending on its purpose. So the orange ones, So at first I always thought they were defensive, but look here, he can use it to create a sword as well to become offensive or an assault weapon. So the green color denotes time spells, and this red one, I think more of a restraining or kind of capturing, physically capturing stuff kind of spell. And of course, last but not least, let's take a close look at the head sculpt. Definitely beautiful and accurate. Many details there. Sorry, my camera got caught my chair for a bit there. So definitely resembles oh my goodness, what's his name? I think he's called Benedict Cumberbatch, right? Yeah. Definitely has his looks there. So I don't have the Doctor Strange from the Doctor Strange movie figure, so I can't comment whether this looks better or more accurate as compared to this version of Doctor Strange from the Infinity War. So I guess I'll end off here, and if you ask me, this is definitely a get because of his prominence in Infinity War and his the major role he plays in Infinity War and how he really battled Thanos. So from the line of Infinity War figures, I think this is definitely one of the main characters to get. So also he disappeared or he was killed in Infinity War, so most likely there will not be a Doctor Strange figure from the Endgame movie. So because of all these reasons, I think it's definitely a must get, this Doctor Strange. Oh, and one more reason, definitely the Doctor Strange figure from Doctor Strange movie, the prices have skyrocketed. So I will highly recommend everybody get this figure if you like it. Maybe one last look. And one last look at the backdrop. So I really hope this video has been useful for everyone. So that's all from me for now. I really hope to see you at the next video. As usual, don't stop collecting. Goodbye.